Ever dropped $150 on a designer fragrance, only to realize there's a $30 clone that smells 95% the same and actually lasts longer? Yeah, we've all been there. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on 12 popular designer scents that simply aren't worth your money anymore, and revealing the clones that do it better for way less. If you want to smell like luxury without spending like it, keep watching. First, Creed Aventus. Why skip it? Overhyped, overpriced, and wildly inconsistent. Creed Aventus used to be the king of luxury masculine scents. And don't get me wrong, when it first came out, it was groundbreaking. Pineapple smoke, juicy blackcurrant, birch, and a clean, musky dry down. It smelled like power, elegance, and ambition in a bottle. But over time, something changed. Aventus has suffered from severe batch inconsistencies. One version might be fruity and bright, the next, smoky and harsh. Longevity varies wildly. Some batches stick for 10 hours, others fade in 4. And meanwhile, the price has crept higher, north of $400 in some cases. That's a massive ask for a fragrance that no longer delivers the consistency or exclusivity it once did. Better clone to Club de Nuit Intense Man, EDT by Armaf. Let's be honest, CDNIM didn't just copy Aventus, it democratized it. Yes, the opening is sharp and synthetic at first, that lemon cleaner note is real, but give it 10 to 15 minutes and what you get is shockingly close to vintage Aventus. Juicy citrus, smoky birch, and a musky masculine backbone that lasts all day. Projection, beast, longevity, 10 plus hours on most skin types. Compliments? Absolutely. And all that for under $40. You can wear this daily without guilt, spray liberally and still smell like a boss. CDNIM isn't just a great clone, it's arguably the most iconic clone in the entire game. Second, Dior Savage EDT. Why skip it? Smells great, but everyone's wearing it. Dior Savage is a victim of its own success. It's fresh, spicy, and ambroxan heavy. Clean and masculine in a no-brainer kind of way. It's versatile, it's easy to wear. And that's the problem. Walk into any bar, club, gym, or office, and you'll smell Sauvage. It's been massively overexposed. If you're someone who wants to stand out with your scent, Sauvage won't help you anymore. Add in the fact that it leans harsh and synthetic for some noses and the magic starts to fade. Better clone. Afnan Supremacy. Not only intense, this is Sauvage, but upgraded. It smooths out the sharp ambroxan edges and brings in more depth, warmer spices, deeper wood, and a more mature profile overall. Think of it as Sauvage's confident older brother. You still get that bold masculine freshness, but with a richer finish that smells more expensive and unique. Longevity is excellent, 8 to 10 hours easily. Projection is strong without being overwhelming. And the dry down? Chef's kiss. Plus it's under $40. You're getting designer performance, niche quality, and clone pricing. If Sauvage was your go-to, this is the glow-up you've been waiting for. Bleu de Chanel, EDP. Why skip it? Too safe? Too expensive? Too overdone? Bleu de Chanel is the definition of safe luxury. It's clean, smooth, woody, and just formal enough for an office, just fresh enough for a night out. But that versatility has also made it completely forgettable. It's the fragrance equivalent of a navy blazer. It looks good, sure, but doesn't turn heads anymore. For over $120, you want more than safe. You want presence, character, personality. And while Bleu delivers smoothness, it lacks that X factor, especially now that a dozen cheaper clones have caught up. Better clones. Rasasi Hawas for him and Armaf Tag him. Want to smell like Bleu de Chanel with a twist? Go for Rasasi Hawas. It takes that blue DNA and injects it with sweetness and aquatic notes, giving it more youthful energy and standout sillage. This one projects like a beast and pulls in compliments easily. Plus, it has way more performance than Bleu ever did. Looking for something closer to the original? Armaf Tag him does a great job mimicking Bleu's citrus spice incense profile. It's fresh, woody, and versatile. Exactly what made Bleu popular, but at about a third of the price. Both of these get the job done. Both cost under $30, both outperform. So unless you're a Chanel collector, there's no reason to keep dropping triple digits on a scent that's been thoroughly outclassed by its clones. Le Labo Santal 33. Why skip it? Overpriced, polarizing, and surprisingly weak. Santal 33 is one of those niche fragrances that became mainstream the moment celebrities started wearing it. Suddenly it was the scent of New York cafes and LA creative agencies. But the scent itself? Not exactly a universal crowd pleaser. To some it's magical, woody, creamy, slightly smoky, ultra-modern. But to others, it smells like pickles, pencil shavings, or freshly sharpened number 32. Add in the fact that it costs well over $300 and has mediocre performance. It's a niche gamble with a high price tag. Better clones, Dossier Woody Sandalwood, or ALT, simply Santal. Both of these fragrances recreate the creamy sandalwood, and soft, musky woods of Santal 33, but at a fraction of the price. Dossier's take is slightly softer and more floral, while ALT's version leans into the woods with a drier, spicier profile. The best part? Both last longer than the original on most skin. You're getting niche DNA without niche drama, or the risk of dropping rent money on something that might smell like art supplies. If you love sandalwood but want performance and value, these clones are no-brainers. Tom Ford Oud Wood. Why skip it? Weak projection and longevity, big price tag. Tom Ford's Oud Wood is marketed as a refined gentleman's oud. Smooth, spicy, woody, elegant. And it is, at least for the first 30 minutes. After that, it disappears. The projection is soft, the longevity is weak, and unless someone's leaning in close, they'll never know you're wearing it. For $250 or more, that's just not good enough. Especially when so many other fragrances, both designer and clone, do Oud better for less. Better clone. Oud Touch by Franck Olivier. Now this is how you do budget Oud. Oud Touch is bold, woody, spicy, and unashamedly masculine. It doesn't try to be too smooth or delicate, it just smells rich, dark, and powerful. The dry down blends sweet amber, rose, and deep woods in a way that feels way more niche than the price suggests. And here's the kicker, it actually lasts. We're talking 8 to 10 hours of real presence, with solid projection in the first few. If you like the idea of Oud Wood but want something that people will actually smell on you, this is the move. Under $30 and worth every penny. 6. Acqua di Gio Profumo, discontinued. Why skip it? Discontinued, overpriced, and hard to replace if you fall in love with it. Acqua di Gio Profumo was one of the best designer flankers ever created. It took the marine freshness of the original and added incense, patchouli, and depth to make it more refined, mature, and versatile. You could wear it year-round, day or night. It was the grown man's aquatic. But here's the problem, it's gone. Discontinued. And now bottles are selling for $150 to $250+ in resale markets. For what? A scent that's been duplicated, improved upon, and outperformed by more accessible alternatives? If you love Profumo or never got to try it, don't panic. There are two amazing alternatives that cover both sides of its personality. Better clones, Missoni Wave and Afnan Bleu. Missoni Wave gives you that bright, citrus-forward aquatic DNA but with a creamier edge. Like Profumo with more playfulness, it leans daytime, casual, and smells clean but elegant. Performance is solid for the price, and it doesn't feel like a clone. It feels like a polished designer in its own right. Afnan Bleu, on the other hand, brings the darker, incense-infused side of Profumo. It's richer, more grounded, and holds up better in colder weather. In fact, some say it's more wearable in fall and winter than Profumo ever was. Both cost under $40, both are in production, and neither requires hunting down resellers. Between the two, you can build your own Profumo experience for less than the cost of one inflated bottle. 7. Jean-Paul Gaultier, Le Male. Why skip it? Dated DNA, overly sweet, and weakened by reformulations. Le Male was a legend when it launched. Mint, lavender, and vanilla in a bold, powdery combo that turned heads everywhere. But that was the late 90s. Since then, the world of men's fragrances has moved forward and Le Male stayed stuck. It's now overly synthetic, syrupy sweet, and comes off as immature. And to make things worse, the performance isn't what it used to be. Reformulations have toned it down, and what's left is a scent that smells more like nostalgia than elegance. Better clone, Lomani. AB Spirit Millionaire. AB Spirit Millionaire takes that same DNA, mint, lavender, vanilla, but updates it. It smooths out the rough edges, tones down the sweetness, and adds a more balanced woody dry down. The result? A cleaner, fresher, more modern take on the classic clubbing scent. And it lasts, it projects, it actually smells expensive. For around $20, you're getting a refined version of Le Male that's wearable in today's world, not just in your high school memories. This is the grown-up version. Lean into it. 8. Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Why skip it? Iconic but now painfully overexposed. Baccarat Rouge 540 was once niche perfection. Saffron, ambergris, and that burnt sugar cotton candy vibe created something ethereal, warm, and luxurious. The kind of scent people followed you for. But now, it's everywhere. The clones came fast and furious. You'll find this DNA in body sprays, room sprays, celebrity perfumes, and fast fashion knockoffs. What was once a $325 statement of taste is now a smell you can find on someone's t-shirt at the mall. The better clone, Al Haramain, Amber Oud Rouge. This clone is a masterpiece in its own right. It captures the sweetness, airiness, and rich wood musk trail of BR 540 almost perfectly. Longevity is impressive, 8 to 10 hours on skin, even longer on clothes. Projection? Solid for the first few hours, then it mellows into that elusive trail that made the original so addictive. The beauty of Amber Oud Rouge is that it doesn't feel like a cheap imitation. It feels luxurious. You'll smell rich, elegant, polished, and you can wear it daily without rationing your sprays. For under $40, it's a smarter play than spending $300 plus on something half the world already owns in clone form. Dior Homme Intense. Why skip it? Beautiful but soft-spoken and creeping into niche prices. Dior Homme Intense is a refined, powdery iris scent that's been loved for years. It's classy, intimate, and smooth. But here's the issue. It doesn't wear like a $150 fragrance anymore. Reformulations have weakened its projection and longevity. It's become more of a skin scent, and that makes it hard to justify the high-end designer price tag. If you want that soft, elegant iris experience but actually want people to smell it, there's a better choice. Better clone. Al Haramain, L'Aventure Blanche. This fragrance doesn't try to copy Dior Homme Intense note for note. What it does is capture the essence, clean, powdery, slightly floral, gently woody, and turns it into something more modern and wearable. It projects better. It lasts longer. It still maintains that dressed-up, almost poetic vibe that iris fans crave. It's great for the office. It's perfect for evenings. It's versatile without being boring, and it'll cost you about a third of what Dior is asking. If you're looking for classy on a budget, this one's a must-try. To Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. Why skip it? Pleasant but forgettable and way too expensive for what it does. Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme has always been praised for being fresh, sporty, and sexy in a clean way. The mint, mandarin, and tonka combo gives it mass appeal. But here's the thing, it's too safe. It fades fast, it doesn't evolve. And for over $120, it just doesn't deliver enough. It smells like a nice body spray, but one with a designer label and triple the price tag. Better clone. Armaf Voyage Bleu. Voyage Bleu is criminally underrated. It takes that fresh, sporty DNA and boosts it with better citrus in the opening, a more masculine woody base, and real staying power. You'll smell energetic, clean, and modern. And you'll keep smelling that way for 6 to 8 hours. At under $30, this is one of the best sporty fragrances you can buy, period. It's gym safe, date night approved, and totally office friendly. And unlike Allure Homme Sport, you won't be reapplying every 3 hours or burning through your wallet. Paco Rabanne Invictus. Why skip it? Sweet, synthetic, and stuck in its teenage years. Invictus is loud, bold, and undeniably youthful. That bubblegum sweet opening mixed with aquatic freshness and a synthetic woody dry down was a huge hit in the early 2000s and 10s. It was the life of the party scent, playful, energetic, and packed with projection. But the problem? It hasn't evolved. In 2025, Invictus smells like a high school locker room memory. It's overly sweet, a little brash, and, let's be honest, kinda juvenile. Great if you're 17 and heading to prom. Not so great if you're a grown man trying to smell elegant, confident, and put together. Better clone. Afnan, 9 p.m. Now this is how you do a sweet fragrance for adults. Afnan 9. PM takes inspiration from Invictus but refines it. The sweetness is still there, vanilla, apple, a hint of tonka, but it's smoothed out with amber, warm spices, and a much more balanced dry down. It's deeper, richer, sexier. 9 p.m. feels like Invictus got a tailored suit and started ordering old fashions instead of vodka Red Bulls. And it performs like crazy. Easily 10 hours of longevity with strong projection for the first few. For around $30, it completely replaces the need for Invictus. This one's a date night beast and an affordable way to smell like confidence, not candy. On Icancy Yves Saint Laurent, La Nuit de l'Homme. Why skip it? Reformulated into irrelevance. La Nuit de l'Homme used to be legendary. That spicy cardamom opening, the soft lavender, the warm woody musky base. It was seductive, mysterious, perfect for close encounters. But then came the reformulations, and another, and another. What's left today is a watered-down version of its former self. Still smells good, but it's weak, barely projects, fades in just a few hours. And the sad part? People are still paying $100 plus expecting to get the magic. Spoiler alert, it's gone. Better clones. Armaf Club de Nuit, Urban Man Elixir, or Latifa Asad. Want that spicy, seductive vibe that actually lasts? Club de Nuit Urban Man Elixir brings it in full force. It's bold, spicy, woody, everything La Nuit wants to be now, but stronger and more modern. It's got that dark sweetness, the cozy warmth, and most importantly, the performance. Latifa Asad is another top contender. It leans slightly sweeter and creamier, but still hits the same seductive evening scent profile. Either one gives you La Nuit's original intent, rich spice, warm woods, and strong projection, but without the reformulation regrets. At under $35, these clones are what La Nuit should have evolved into. If you're chasing that romantic nighttime DNA, these are the bottles that actually deliver. And here's the best part. Every one of the clones we just covered delivers insane value. They're bold, long-lasting, and smell like confidence in a bottle, without draining your wallet. If you want to smell like a gentleman but spend like a strategist, you'll find the links to all the best affordable picks down in the description. Most of them are on Amazon, easy to grab, no guesswork needed. These aren't just budget buys, they're smart additions to any collection. Because real fragrance lovers know, it's not about the price tag, it's about the composition and how you wear it. Stick around for the next video. I've got more underrated clones and side-by-side breakdowns coming your way. Stay sharp, spray smart.